Very good afternoon to all of you, and thank you once again to all of you for joining this batch 2 of International Faculty Development Program on managing stress, teaching and learning during this period of social distancing. And this particular FDP is jointly organized by MTC Global, a global think tank in higher education, Dhaka International University, one of the leading prestigious private universities in Bangladesh, situated in the capital city of Dhaka, and Knowledge Cafe, Bangalore. So I welcome you all on board. And before we start the session, today is the Mother's Day. So let us our regards to all of our mothers, and in the name of our mothers, let's start today's International FDP program. And having said that, we have already shared the handouts, the 4 handouts facilitate today's international program, because this is one of the requirements as we have the time limit for the online interaction. Having the notes handy, it helps us in question answer session or any other kind of engagement. Look at the complete session. I have divided into 8 different focus areas so that we meet the expected outcomes for today's program. The first one is, the focus area is in-depth analysis of present situation.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
sorry
please.
to interrupt you. सर आप बहुत ही सॉरी सर आवाज बहुत आ रही है पीछे से.
Okay, 1 minute, ma'am. I'll just put everything on mute. Okay, mute all. Okay. Thank you so much. So, with your permission, I have put everyone on mute, and we can unmute at the end when we'll have the question answer session. So, what I said, the program, today's program, I have divided into 8 different focus areas so that, as mentioned in the FDP brochure, we can meet the expected outcomes. The first focus area is in-depth analysis of present situation and its impact on education sector. COVID-19, it has tremendous impact not only on education sector but across all sectors. And the major hit areas of this pandemic, the number 1 is the manufacturing sector. Manufacturing sector has major bearing of this pandemic. Now we have the MSME, which accounts to around 70 to 80% of the employment generation in India, that is severely affected. And until unless some kind of financial boosting or support given by the government, no, I wonder whether this sector can revive. Now, if I take the example of travel and tourism industry, that is a fantastic example. This is the only one sector wherein product does not move to the customer. Customer needs to come to the product. So in this kind of situation, this sector is majorly hit, whether it is the hospitality sector, okay, take the example of the hotels, the salons, and the tourist places, the transportation services, the airlines. These are the major hit areas, and these sectors also need some kind of financial support from the government for the revival. Now, all this we can just put in the form of bullet point. This is what we call is a new normal life. It is there in the newspaper. Even the government has said that we have to accept this new normal, because this pandemic is not going to go very soon. It is going to be there for some time. And expert says most likely Oxford University researcher, they have developed some vaccines which are now already tested on animals and on the humans, and most likely may hit the market in September. So by September, until unless some vaccines come in the market, I think there is no shortcut way because there are recurrences. What happened in China, again, the Chinese people are getting infected by the pandemic. So there are cases of relapsing also. Some people got COVID-19, okay, got cured. Again, the same person got affected. So not, but having said that, so let us not be very, no, this is not a very sorry picture, but there are a lot of positive sides and hopes. And yesterday, there is in the newspaper, there is one drug vaccine called Remdesivir, which is developed by one pharmaceutical company in US. And that particular vaccine has shown significant improvement. Okay. And patients are getting cured in 4 or 5 days in a very faster mode. And the government in Europe and Germany and other countries, they have approved, and Indian government has also requested the pharmaceutical companies to come with this particular vaccine that Remdesivir. So there are a lot of no good news for all of us, but this is going to stay, and we need to adapt to this new kind of lifestyle. And by adapting, we also need to ensure that each one of us remains productive in our day-to-day activities, and we continue our work even if it is from home. There is a huge opportunities today. Like today, we are having this particular webinar. There are hundreds of webinars, and the training programs are happening using the various no tools and techniques, technology like Zoom, Gmeet, Google Meet, and GoToMeeting, Cisco WebEx. So a lot of platforms are there, and I'm sure that all of us teachers are making use of these platforms to learn and again to engage to the students. And colleges are taking regular classes. They have a timetable for like similar kind what we have in a conventional method to engage the classes. So that's the new normal. And UGC has said that the new academic session will start from 1st September, right? I think that's a wonderful decision. I think by this time, no life will come back to normalcy, hopefully. And so that's a wonderful decision. Admission will start in the month of August. But the biggest challenge in the academic sector this year will be the admission, because almost all the institutions in India, their income is based on student fees. Some institutions, they are doing some MDP, the consulting and the research activities, but these are very, very minimum, wherein we get some non-fees income. So maximum comes from the fees. Now, if this particular area is hit by the COVID-19, so definitely no, there will be a lot of challenges for the institutions, because the financial sustainability is very, very important for any institution to survive, right? And institutions are also trying to find out innovative ways how you can ensure financial sustenance, taking care of the teachers, the students, and reach out to them using different mediums, okay, to engage them effective teaching learning. I think examination is another area, okay, wherein there are a lot of challenges. CBSE exam, if I talk about the school, ICSE exam in between it got stopped. Now CBSE has made announcement that from July 1 to 15 they'll be taking their examinations, right? Even for the university also, the examinations are not happening online, but definitely this is going forward using artificial intelligence, the blockchain technology. Effective examinations can be conducted, but the major challenge is most of the many institutions may not have that kind of technological architecture to carry out this kind of program. What will happen to the colleges which are situated in the rural areas, right? The students don't have the requisite bandwidth. Many students not so good economically background may not have the internet facility at home. So there are challenges, there are multiple challenges, and collectively, not only we teachers, the government and other interested bodies, okay, must come together to address the situation, because this particular challenge is not limited to any particular organization, UGC, ICT, government. or teachers. We need to join hands and need to ensure how we can reach out to the students, engage them effective teaching learning process. I think that's the way forward. Now, if I talk about the student mobility, another very interesting area, what would happen to the student mobility, especially in this particular time? I think, no, we are talking about, we have given the last point also, internationalization of higher education. I think these both are connected, student mobility and internationalization of higher education. What would happen, like the Australia, the 15% of their GDP comes from the foreign students. Take the example of USA. Many students, thousands of students from India and other Asian countries, they go and study in US. And that is their major revenue generation, contribute to their GDP. I think this year will have a different trend. I think students would not like to go to abroad for their higher studies, and they would try to prefer be in the home country and study in their own institutions. So that's one aspect. I think we can get a lot of no students this time in our academic institutions. But having said that, during this time, when no institutions are not able to make any kind of promotions, no advertising, or the using the conventional admission process, taking the help of consultant, going to some kind of educational exhibition, all this kind of activities, or reaching out to the PUC college or UG college for admission to the next level of the programs. So these activities are not happening. I think that's a big challenge. Now, in this kind of situations, no experts, they believe that the quality will survive, right? The institutions which maintain good quality definitely will survive. And others need to find out how they can go to the prospective students, how they can reach out. I heard many institutions that are doing online quiz test, online webinar, and inviting the students, free webinars to participate, to engage, and institutions are trying to showcase their faculty strength, their infrastructure, and other facilities. I think that's a very good move, right? That's a very good move. And they are giving a lot of different kinds of scholarship facility also to the students. And many institutions also, they are thinking, whether they can go for any kind of fee reduction or not. Okay, because many students, they have not gone for the colleges for last 2 to 3 months. Even the semester is starting little late. So what would happen to the semester one, the fees? Okay, so there are questions. Questions are coming from the students. Okay, those who have paid money already and those who would like to take admission. So this is a very difficult situation. Today in the Twitter, there is a trend. You can check it out. Okay, no school, no fees. I think no school, no fees. When students, the schools are not happening, the colleges classes are not being conducted. So students are asking, no, the fees. So I think the government needs to come and give some kind of financial boosting or the support in this kind of situations to the institutions to survive or to really maintain the ecosystem. I think we are going through a very, very tough situations. Now, student mobility, if you look at even within India, I think students will think twice or thrice before they go from one particular region to another region. I think that's another challenge. Now, if I say that in Bangalore, if I say in Bangalore, there are students, many students, northeastern sector, right, and other parts of India, because Bangalore being the Silicon Valley of India, there is a huge job prospect. So definitely students move to a place where there are good job prospects after passing out. But this time, it's a big challenge, right? Now this time it's a big challenge how really we can get the students from the other parts of India as well. So we have multiple challenges as of now, but as I say beforehand, that this is normal. We need to accept the life, we need to continue our efforts, we need to engage, reach out to the students, and we need to ensure that we continue our learning process as a teaching fraternity, and we remain productive and we deliver in the coming days to the different stakeholders. So the next focus area, what I was referring before, that's the teaching learning during lockdown. I think this is what exactly learning is happening. And one of my friends, and a few days back, I was at a seminar. One of my friends said, see, the students today, they are taking so much interest by themselves and they are learning by themselves. The students, those who are afraid of attending any webinar using Zoom, now we see that okay, they are using the webinar, they are surfing through different platforms, through blogs, and they are learning. So I think what matters most is about the learning. So that's the difference between education and learning. Education does not necessarily lead to learning. Learning, what Swami Vivekananda has said, learning is the self manifestation. If we really interested to learn, we can learn. I think that's a big trend, that's a big challenge. Even the corporate is talking about today. Once this lockdown is lifted and corporate come back to normal activities, many companies, they will not pay higher salary only just because of the person has higher qualifications. There will be too much productivity oriented. If any person, irrespective of their background or academic qualification, even if a PUC student can deliver, I think there is no problem to employ that particular student, because company's bottom line will be the productivity, the profit. I think that's the major change. So this teaching learning process, what is very important in this particular teaching learning process during this lockdown. Yesterday, there was a webinar, the batch one. So one ma'am asked me, sir, in the rural areas, we're conducting webinars, but no students are not getting access to technology and the internet. So how we can reach out? Okay, probably these are some kind of bizarre situation wherein we need to move beyond the conventional method. I say, no, if required, we need to speak over the phone. Okay, we need to speak over the phone. We need to give them assignment over the phone and let them put into the self-study mode. Any questions, let them prepare and come back over the phone. Or send them SMS. Okay, SMS does not need any internet connection. Right, and there are today very smart packages are there wherein 50 rupees you can send 400 SMS. I think things are there. I think we need to, in a difficult time, we need to be really very creative and disruptive. Find out new ways, and definitely wherever there are challenges, we will find out there are new ways to beat that challenge and come out with Now, this is what the first point is: plan your classes. I think in the online classes, this is very much important. Even for conventional classes, if we take 1 hour class, we prepare for 4 hours. That's what generally we say. For 1 hour class, the 4 hours preparation is required. Correct? I think for online classes, I think we need to prepare more. Until unless we make good notes, good review questions, analytical questions, give them beforehand, right? So that they can go through it, prepare by themselves, then come with preparation. Because online action time will be very, very limited. So we need to find out the ways, know how we can ensure that we meet our objectives, the expected outcomes. Prepare and master technology. I think by this time, all of us have become master of using technology, especially using the Zoom, the Hangout, Google Meet, or GoToMeeting, because that's what said the necessity is the mother of invention. We never thought of before this pandemic, right? And hardly any one of us taken any sessions over using Zoom and other technologies. But today it has become new normal, and we all are so comfortable using this technology, and we ourselves are finding out different ways, and we are correcting ourselves, including me. In each session, I'm able to find out how I can be productive, how I can engage the participants in a better way, how I can handle their queries. I think there's a lot of learning, and this is the beauty of technology. And being in different parts, we can be on the same platform, we can interact with each other. So technology, there will be, there was in the newspaper, see this after this post COVID-19, three sectors will have major employment opportunities. Number one is the technology sector, because technology is going to be there. That's the only way how we can connect with each other and we perform our job in day-to-day life. The second sector is your healthcare sector, like pharmaceutical companies, hospitals, and there will be huge boom in this particular sector. And the financial services, like health insurance and other insurance sectors, that is also will have major boom after this post-COVID-19 situations. And I believe that our students, we need to prepare them well. We need to give them good exposure, know which are the areas they need to work on. They need to make themselves ready to land up into the corporate life. Now, innovate and set up an adequate working environment. I think that's very important because once we take class from the home, okay, the challenges are there that we need to. Uh, uh, is there any problem? I think there may be. Okay, just let me unmute all of you and just to find out, is it okay? Am I audible to everyone? No, on unmute position. Am I audible to all of you? Just to have it.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
So,
you are audible.
okay, I'm just purposely putting everyone on mute because there will be a lot of background noises and I may not be audible to many of you. Thank you so much once again. So let us continue. I'm putting all of you once again on the mute position.
எல்லாரும் அதே காட்ட ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. சும்மா பார்த்தாம எல்லாரும் கேக்குறாங்க.
Okay. The next point, what I was talking about, setting up an adequate working environment. As we take the sessions from the home, so it is very much needed that we set up a small home office. This is earlier we used to call it SOHO, small office, home office. Set up a small office so that it looks nice and there are less disturbances, so that we can perform well. Innovate and stimulate discussions. I think that's very important part in the online session, because what happens in the conventional sessions, we can take the questions random, we can answer, but in the webinar, I think that flexibility is a little less, right? And so we need to find out the innovative ways how we can stimulate the discussions. I think always we should have a lot of question answer sessions. I think at the end, once the the deliberation is done, motivate the students. I think that's very important. Now motivate and communicate regularly. I think the communication, the students have seen that many they have formed the WhatsApp group to communicate with the students. They're communicating over the phone, what the email, and a lot of other social media platforms are there which can be put in use and ensure that students are motivated during this difficult time. The focus area 3 is the foundation, a flexible mindset and realistic expectations. I think this is very, very important area. Having a positive attitude and flexible mindset is what we all need. We are in lockdown situation for a long time, and many of us must be very, very bored or not feeling so good being at home for such a long time. But for teachers to become productive and to deliver satisfactory to the students' expectations, it's needed that we have always a lot of positive vibes within ourselves and positive attitudes. Classes will not continue seamlessly, and using technology, there may be a lot of disturbances using technology. There's a good part at the same time. Okay, there will be disturbances because still we're working on 4G, and I hope that when we have the 5G in place, a lot of difficulties we can overcome. Online learning, okay, some of my friends was telling like jet lagging. We have the video lag now because a lot of video sessions are happening throughout the day, and we all are attending so many webinars, and this is another kind of very isolating kind of situations. And what I was talking in the beginning, if the policy allows, individual can just speak over the phone with the students and try to find out okay how they're doing and what kind of difficulties they have. I think that's something again we can always explore that. The focus area 4 is the leverage the power of community. I think that's a very important area. Okay, the community learning, the collaborative learning is the best way of learning new things, new concepts, and understand the difficult points. I think today we have many social media platforms wherein there are different communities are there, and we can effectively use these communities for our learning. Like there are blogs, Facebooks, right? A lot of learning happening today using Facebook. There is LinkedIn. LinkedIn group is there. We can have our own Google group and communicate with all the members. Similarly, we can have Yahoo group, WhatsApp group, and I'm sure that all of us have been doing it. But only thing we need to ensure that we put this no tools which are freely available to all of us for effective use. The focus area 5 is the home and the work routine. I think that's again another area wherein we need to really we need to look at the work from home comes with some kind of no challenges, and being at home, taking care of daily no routine activities at home. There will be a lot of other works at home at the same time. Finding out the separate time to engage the sessions, to interact with the students. Until unless we prepare well, it will be very tough to manage the situations being at home all the time and again taking the classes effectively. See what the challenges will be: the work from home and the what I was talking about, the small office from the home office, emergence of new worker, new type of worker, and this is one area is very important. See now corporate, even many colleges most likely they will try to explore the visiting faculty or the freelancers because they don't want to take somebody on no payroll. Everybody would like to cut down the cost. So World Economic Forum say by 2050 the majority of the workforce they will be working as consultants, right? So that's the new kind of challenges, new types of workforce will emerge. And the TCS example, why I mentioned that, TCS has mentioned that even though life comes back to normalcy, the 75% of their workforce will work from home. So can we know academicians have similar kind of situations wherein some of the teachers maybe on a routine basis, they'll be able to engage the sessions being at home. I think that's the no possibility we can look forward. I think probably that may work out. Okay, and World Economic Forum survey, what I was referring to, and it says that number one, okay, the less emphasis on qualification. What I said that companies now will try to become more connected with their bottom line. That's the profit. So they are not going to pay just higher salary because someone is postgraduate. The same work can be done on PUC students with same effectiveness. Okay, and definitely I think corporate will try to recruit the PUC students irrespective of recruiting the postgraduate students because the corporate is under severe financial stress. I think that's the new kind of situations. Already we know that Google and Ernst & Young, these companies, they have removed the education as a formal eligibility criteria, and they are looking at skill set. The candidates who can perform from day one, I think they are most preferred by these companies. I think that trend is going to be there in the market in the coming days. Now the focus area 6, the class in the cloud. In early 2000, I'm sure that most of us know there is one case study by Professor Sogata Mitra, okay, and who did this case study in a slum area in Mumbai, wherein some kids were given laptop and without any instructor, without any supervision, and those kids, automatically they learned how to use the laptop for their basic education purpose by trial and error method. So that was the first concept, class in the cloud. I think this particular concept, now we are into this particular mode, the class in the cloud. So there are tools are there, like in the initial phase, I spoke about different video conferencing tools. I think this Google Classroom, I believe many of us must be using the Google Classroom as well. That's also very effective. I've used Google Classroom for many sessions. We can just upload our slides, our lesson plan, and a lot of other study materials can be uploaded, and students can get access to that directly. And besides this, we have a lot of certification programs like edX, Coursera, and today we have certification programs offered by. These are called micro credentials. Now the education is taught expert. They think that okay, the micro credential may be the new way, okay, to build up new skill sets. Okay, one need not go for and this kind of financial situations. Even some people, they are talking that many students may not like to invest a lot of money and take up admissions. Instead, they would try to take up the short certification courses and build up the niche area. If someone learns some programming language wherein there is a good demand, right? And PHP developers, for that just example, there's a good demand. So if a student learned that in 3 months time, spending little amount, I think he or she can get a good job, okay, in the market. I think a lot of challenges and a lot of new thoughts are coming in the way. I think mobile technology, I think there are some companies even in India also, those who are developing the course material and trying to impart education using the mobile technology. See, once we talk about the class in the cloud, we know the Khan Academy in USA, right? Khan Academy in USA is very popular, and they are the pioneer, using the online technologies, engaging the students in different kind of teaching learning. And India, we have the Byju's. That's also once again a pioneer in the world, right? They have a lot of programs using this too. I think YouTube also, you can go on live, you can engage. Unacademy and Udemy, they are doing it, okay, today. I think there are ample opportunities, right, wherein we can reach out to the students and engage them and ensure, suppose someone wants to start any programs, there is a YouTube paid channel wherein you can take up that with some monthly subscriptions. You can upload your videos and the PPT, they were there. And those who take the admissions, you can give them the password, they can directly access to your YouTube channel and interact. Okay, they can also see your live presentations, YouTube live. So I think opportunities today are tremendous being in the lockdown situation, and some companies are doing wonderful, and each one of us, we are also engaging our day-to-day activities, our sessions and the classes on day-to-day basis. So this is creating a lot of stress. Obviously, a lot of pressure being at home. At the same time, preparing for the sessions, preparing study material and the lesson plan. I think that yesterday I was talking about in the lesson plan. The next time we make our lesson plan, we should ensure that around 20% of the lesson plans are delivered using the webinar. Okay, let us integrate in the lesson plan itself. Let us also integrate in the curriculum itself that some sessions mandatorily to be taken using the online. So this will be the new way of looking at it. If you can do that, probably any future this kind of situations should be able to address properly. I think that managing stress, I'm sure that all of us being teachers or other professions, we know how we can effectively manage the stress. Some kind of exercise, okay, and definitely meditations, okay, watching good movies, reading good novels, and connecting over. Is a very good opportunity for all of us to connect with our old friends, with our relatives for a long time. We don't get time to speak over our good friends. And my friend is a doctor in Kolkata. I never get good times, more than 2 minutes to speak with him. nowadays, because he has his own chamber, private chamber. So morning he does the treatment, and in the afternoon he's free. So I can talk at least for 10, 20 minutes. I think these are some kind of some kind of ways how we can engage ourselves. But there is no other way, right? When things get tough, tough gets going. So we have to accept. Now, having accepted these situations, we need to find out different ways how you can remain productive, how you can be stress-free, how you can live life happily. Because at the end of the day, that makes a lot of difference. The happiness makes a lot of difference. Whatever you do in your life, whatever success you achieve, if there is no happiness, there is no peace at family, at home. I think no success is greater than those kind of successes. So some just bullet point I mentioned even in the self-study note as well. No, sorry, how we can remain stress-free during this difficult time. Now the focus area 8, we can give a lot of times for the interactions. We can have more interactions there. The silver lining, as I said, not everything is bad. There is a promising future, and there are a lot of developments, and most likely we'll get a vaccine soon. There are some new drugs developed by US, and which is very effective and bring down the cure in 4 to 5 days. I think a lot of developments, and health workers are working day and night. They are the COVID warriors, and teachers are also, we are the COVID warriors. During this difficult time, we are sacrificing our family life, our own happiness, and we're working day and night, okay, to prepare lesson plans, to reach out to the students, engage the students. We're going extra, okay, extra path to all of the students, find out their well-being. So I think we are also doing our big contributions in this difficult time, and definitely we'll overcome. Okay, there are so many, the Spanish flu, there were Ebola, and there are so many epidemics came and went off, and probably definitely as the doctors say, there will be a herd immunity, or some vaccines will develop, probably will defeat this corona definitely, and we are going to come out successfully. Now I'll just so these are hopes. These are rays of hopes, and we are hopeful that we'll come out of the situations very soon. We'll come back to normal life. Now students are very eager to come back to college, meet their friends, go and eat to the canteen. And we are also missing our colleagues and the students, the healthy interactions. No, teachers never grow old because they always interact with the youth. I think they always remain. I think being at home, we're growing older fast. And thank you so much. Now I'll give the session. I'll just unmute. Okay, so if we can have some questions, then I think probably, I think just one by one, if I unmute, we have with us Prakash Rathore. And sir, do you have any questions, please? So we can take it forward. Any questions? Okay. We have with us.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, please, sir. Please.
Yeah, but in this domestic situation, but how long we can drag like this with the online, sir? For professional courses where training is required, it is a great challenge. So, but how long which is continue?
Yes, I think this is very particular, a very relevant question. How long we can continue in this particular mode? Because there are some programs, engineering programs, okay, wherein the lab session is must. Without lab, we cannot have only session. I think that being the biggest challenge, and IT infrastructure, the architecture is also not so strong in our academic institutions where we can have real time. There are IT infrastructure wherein teachers, even being from far off place, using the platform, they can take the lab sessions, but facilities are not there with the students at their home. I think that's a big challenge, especially for the technical courses, wherein hands-on activities and lab sessions are must. So UGC has made the announcement, hopefully from September, they made it that September 1st. new academic session 2020-21 will start. So there will be definitely a little bit of more pressure on all of us, on teachers and students, because the academic session will squeeze, okay, for 2-3 months, by 2-3 months. And definitely there are hopes. So being in this situation, know what we can do, especially the theory part, we can try to cover it up, and we can keep the lab part aside. Probably when the college starts functioning, we can focus on the lab part. I think this would be a more effective way to handle the situation.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And one more thing is, sir. One more
Sir,
thing.
good afternoon. I'm Dr. Ramesh.
I have one question.
I have a
One
question,
more thing
please.
is,
Dr.
Yes, sir,
Ramesh
please.
from Bokaro.
Dr. Ramesh Chandra Ras,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, Dr. Ramesh Chandra from Bokaro. I'm the HOD of the head of the Department of MBA. I asked a question on this is, I would like to draw your kind attention that this is how you face the students, confrontation student within the class. Is there any stress management techniques by applying a digital technology?
Can you
How to
repeat the
face the
question?
how? Yeah. Sorry, in the class teaching learning process, in the class while taking the classes by professors, how faces the confrontation student confrontations by using any techniques? Is it digital technology helpful for solving the problem or facing the confrontation students?
Sir, thank you for your wonderful
Teaching learning process.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
for
teaching
wonderful
learning
question, and I appreciate the concern.
Yeah.
Now, during the online session, also what happens? No, mostly many students will find out. No, they will just switch off the video, and some of the students will go off. Okay, and we cannot make out whether really the students are there. Okay, listening to us or not. And it's a very challenging time in
Sir,
online
my answer. Yeah.
to engage the
Sir,
students.
my question is that which way you face the confrontation students by utilizing any digital technology for stress management, or utilizing digital technology for overcome the confrontation students, particular teaching learning process,
Okay, sir.
stress management regarding stress management.
Yes, sir. If I can understand your questions properly. Now, you said that what are the different technologies, the tools are there through which
Yeah.
we can effectively engage the students, or engage
What are
the
the tools, particularly what are the tools of digital technology applied by the teacher or faculty to face the confrontation students within the classroom?
within the classroom, right?
Yeah.
Within the classroom, see, there are digital technology using. No, we can use. There are digital platforms are there by using of which we can definitely engage the students. Now, if I talk about, see, there are technologies in the sense to engage the students. We can give. Now, I am a teacher of management programs. So what we do many times, we give. No, we give a questions, like the questions. Once I give to the marketing students. Now, can you just go to internet and go to find out the Coca-Cola advertisement? If you go to the Coca-Cola website, you will find out on the top hand side, country-wise, there is a different kind of advertisement on the front page. Okay, if I go to India, a different kind of advertisement pops up. If I go to Japan or US, they use a different kind of brand endorsement and different kind of technology based on the culture. To connect with the culture. So can you just go to internet and find out different kind of methodologies and technologies used by Coca-Cola to reach out to their prospective customers in different countries. So what students do, they go to the internet immediately, they find out, they go to the website and check out, and then they try to connect with how Coca-Cola used a particular technology to connect with the Indians or to the US. Who is the brand ambassador, or what that particular advertisement talks about the local culture. That's one. The second is a very popular one. If we have the digital laboratory wherein students can get access. So we can give the effective journal review. We can give a topic like blockchain technology. Now, blockchain technology, you make a paper, go to the digital library, go to different journals, and give the references, the source, including the page number. So there is no shortcut. Okay, and give the complete references and make a presentation on blockchain technology. I think no, there are a different way, or there are multiple ways, and that's what I said. Teaching is the only profession wherein no, we can each teacher, each one of us, we can customize our teaching learning method based on
you're right,
students'
sir.
based on students' community, their learnability, ability to learn fast, and their communication skills. There is a ample opportunities of innovation in teaching learning.
So when we're talking about the seriousness of the student, whether the students are involved seriously, or is it for the stress of faculty? See, because of we have different type of digital
Platform.
Hangout
So many
and
types of digital platform used by the teachers.
Yeah, tell me, I can hear.
Conducted, sir. 33% of students online classes, but remind in rural areas and who are having Android mobile phone, percent of people are unable. So that this time, so how we are going to provide the effective academics for the students, and how we are going to justify the all the students were in the classroom? So that's my question, sir.
I think that's a very relevant area of discussion, because mostly not only the students, those who are from rural areas now at home, because the proper bandwidth may not be there, they may not have the smartphone also. But majority of students today, sir, they have the Android phone, and but bandwidth is a big problem. So what we can do probably, sir, in this kind of situation, because we need to find out the ways, because there is no other way to reach out or engage them in a better way. We cannot be productive like in conventional modes 100%, but at least we can be some 60%, 70%. I was suggesting other day, and if we can, no, if it allows, if we can just speak over the phone to the students. I know that will be very hectic because the number of students will be more, but there will be some students, who are slow learners. There will be some gifted students, star performers, and mostly, they learn by themselves. We have seen in our class. Even they don't attend classes, they get FCD, right? But there will be the slow learners, especially. The slow learners we need to address. I need to find out some remedial measures so that we can improve their learning, whatever they are. So we can reach out even SMS service, which doesn't need any kind of internet. I think through SMS.
But my question is, how we are going to attracting the students for attending in online classes?
Sir, I think
because of the practical problem facing, because of last 50 days back we started the online classes. So that time
simple answer is stop there for Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, like this one. The more interested for attending classes.
The last 50 days back we started online classes, sir. Out of 60, the daily the attendance is 50, 45, 50, 40. Like that. So now the situation is after 50 days, last consecutive 2 weeks onwards, only 20-25 students are attending the online classes. So not for my class, it's applicable to all the classes, sir. So it's my how we are going to attracting to attend the online classes by the students.
I think, sir, we have to know this is a very genuine problem, and many places teachers are encountering similar kind of situations. The number of attendance. I think we need to have a very rigorous attendance exercise, and we have to assign more internal marks to the attendance. They have to attend, otherwise they will not get the internal marks. I think that's the one. Number one, so there are two ways. One is the reward, one is the punishment. The reward is those who are really interested to learn. Is it not, sir? Those who are really interested to learn, they will definitely come and learn, because they are also stuck at home. Number one. The second, there will be always a good number of students. Whatever you do, they'll always try to avoid. Even regular classes also they don't attend. They pay some shortage of attendance fee and they appear for the exam. Sir, we all know what the practice is. I think this set of students, we need to make it mandatory that they attend the classes. Okay, and we can check out what do they are online, and we can assign a mark, the internal assessment marks for them. If we don't attend, so this marks will not be awarded to you. But having said that, sir, I believe that even for the regular classes, sir, if the students have the technology, I mean to say, if they have the laptop and the smartphone and the good bandwidth, and if classes are happening, I think many students, those are interested, they will attend. But some percentage students, whatever we do it, no, we cannot manage them properly. I think we need to tell them, encourage them that this is a tough time. Yeah.
So I'm Anita from Chennai.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Can
Yes,
you hear
ma'am.
me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Sir, think about the telephone, mobile addiction, we're restricting the students and even our children not to look into the mobile for more than an hour or something. But now this online teaching and learning has made the students and all our children also to be with the phone for all the time, sir. How you going to justify this, sir?
I think even I think this is a very challenging question, I must say. See, my daughter studies in standard 3. Okay, even they have the online classes, and every time we scold our kids. They don't watch mobile so much. All the day you are watching mobile. It will affect negatively your eyes, your brain. But I think your question is very relevant and pertinent. How we can justify this? I think no, this is a special situation, and special situation needs no special mechanism to address. I think we cannot generalize this particular situation in our normal course of life, wherein we discourage the students or the kids to watch mobile throughout the day. But this is a demand. This situation demands, at least for during this lockdown period, no students, there is no other go. So this is a kind of forced choice. This is a forced choice, as we don't have any other option. At least for this particular period of time, let us engage online in the session, and once we come back to normal life, I think that time we can tell them not to be online all the time. I don't see there is any other intervention we can have in this time, this difficult time, unprecedented time, wherein we don't have any other mode of communication except online for the students.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. We have with us Professor Viswas Purwar. Sir, do you have any question, please?
No, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. We have, ma'am, do you have any questions? So I'm just
I'm telling you.
any questions, please add everyone on unmute mode so that we can have.
Okay, it's noted. I'll reply to the website. Mundi bocha, vela mundi bocha.
Hello.
Hello.
Please you unmute mobile.
Kamalesh.
Do you have some more questions, please?
Hello.
Not a face.
Hey, Datta sir, can I ask one question?
No, sir.
No, sir. Can I ask one question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Datta sir. See, actually, I belongs to management faculty. Generally, we are going to teach to the students not for only in classroom teaching method Apart from that, we taught like we are conducting different types of management development activities like seminars, conferences, debates, group discussion, all these activities, so that we can train up the students, create effective young managers from MBA students.
Right, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello,
What is the question? Yes.
sir. Are you heard or not, sir?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
actually, sir, actually, I belongs to management faculty.
Yes, I got
We
your
are
point.
we taught. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. Continue, please.
See, actually, we taught the MBA students in the classroom. Apart from the classroom, we conducted different types of management development debates, right, and role play activities, or else some entertainment activities, so that we can train students perfectly. So, in this lockdown period, how we are going to make and create not for perfect, like up to mark, how we are going to create a young manager by our MBA students.
Okay, what you said is right, especially for management students. Especially for management students, we have multiple activities besides the classroom teaching learning. We have the games, we have the case study, we have the group discussions, role play, syndicate service, and so on and so forth. But during this time of lockdown, how we can ensure that all these activities can happen? No, we can have the simulation game. Okay, simulation game. Game is available even online. There are some free simulation games facilities are there, wherein students can definitely go and practice their learning skills. We can have video case studies. There are today many video case studies is there. Even in YouTube, you can find out some video case study, wherein student can go through the video case study and they can present a report on this particular case study and can submit by email. I think this can be done, but certain activities cannot happen effectively. If I talk about the group discussion, we cannot do it, but definitely they can do the student seminar. They can do a presentation. Okay, that can be done. Even they can do a business plan. Okay, they can prepare a business plan and they can submit, or they can even present using webinar to all the students. I think many of the activities, the co-curricular activities, what we do generally as a part of any management program. I think many of the activities even we can carry out during this lockdown, even we are off campus. And there are free available sources are there available for simulation games, for video case study. Students can do a paper presentation. Students can write conceptual paper being at home using secondary data sources. I think many things can be done. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can we have some more question, please? I think.
Hello.
Hello. Sir, any question, please? So,
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Hello.
Sir, how can more effective online classes or regular classes?
Oh. That is students are very eager to get back to the campus because they are missing. And as we always say, a pat on the back, students' back, motivates them many times more than any other means. The physical touch, it works so fantastic. But at this point of time, there is no other ways than to engage. But I'll tell you one case study. There is a case study done by Harvard because they have the edX, and Stanford, they have the Coursera. They have done it. And some programs, which generally we believe that is not very effective, like the entrepreneurship programs in edX and Coursera, are the most demanding programs across the world. And they have done a case study and they have seen that the online classes are very, very effective ones. And the very, very effective one. We can't say that because it's online, you don't have any physical contact. The advantage of online classes is that we can mobilize across the world. From anywhere, we can get the best person to address our students. And there are online platforms are there wherein students can really interact in real time. Students can show in the digital board, this is the problem, and teachers can directly interact there. And that kind of interactive modes are there. And I think those are very, very effective. And I must say that the online classes are really effective, but there are some, even we have the online labs for the engineering using the virtual reality. Okay, the labs can be used using virtual reality. I'll give one example, like the simulation in Indian Air Force. Okay, for the pilot training, they use simulation. Okay, very rigorously because the capital expenses for our training. I think that's one of the best example of online training session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we have any more questions?
Thank you, sir.
I think some participants are joining still now. We have come to the end of the program. So if any question is there, it would be a pleasure to take the question.
Sir, how I get a certificate? FDP certificate.
Sir?
Sir, how I get a FDP certificate?
One of the most important questions.
Sir,
Most important question.
sir, the certificate.
Main certificate, sir.
Will be sent to you.
Certificate is main.
Sir, e-certificate.
I have given my mail ID also.
Sir, it will be sent to you very soon. By latest by Tuesday, all the participants will get certificates, sir. Because yesterday we had one batch and we will be by tomorrow.
Yeah.
So this will be
we have on the
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
so much.
Nice speaking, sir. You're a nice speaker, sir. Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're a nice
All the
speaker, sir.
exchange,
Congratulations.
definitely, sir, it will be sent as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Apart from certificate, there is validity, and you are giving valuable input to yourself.
எதுக்கு அங்க கூட்டி அள்ளுன்னு சொல்றேன்னா அதை குமிச்சு வைக்கிறீங்க எல்லாம் எறும்பு வருமானதா
thank you so much all of you for your take out some time this afternoon for this international FDP program. And as I said before that we know there are some limitations in the webinar session, which generally is not there in face-to-face interaction. Keeping that in mind, we have shared some self-study notes, so we all can go through it all at the time. And this was once again a wonderful session. And once again, as I said, that in the beginning we started, today is the Mother's Day. So once again, we close down today's International FDP to convey our regards and love and affection to all the mothers in the world. And we need their blessing. And people say that mothers are only the selfless, people on this earth. And so respect to all the mothers. Thanks once again. As I said, the certificate will be sent by latest by Tuesday evening. And thanks once again. And let's keep in touch. And anything, we can always connect in the WhatsApp group or the email. And this is not the end of the FDP program. I believe this is the beginning of the FDP program. And a huge opportunity for all. Thanks once again. And thanks so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.